event in our 3-day festival. And this is the 17th annual Festival of Staged Readings of Student Screenplays at UCI that I started in 1992. Thank you. Our coordinators are busy at the moment. There's 2 interns who learn how to coordinate a festival like this, and I'll introduce them to you later on. But I am going to give you some of the information that they would have given you, and hope I'll remember. I know one big thing is turn off your cell phones. Turn off your cell phones, turn off your cell phones. Get them on vibrate, just turn them off. We've been balloting all of these events, so you have ballots. You'll be able to ballot this event following the reading, which this is a full-length feature. So you'll be listening to a completed feature, which is a great accomplishment. These writers have actually finished a full-length feature screenplay, and I'll introduce them to you in a second. That's a fantastic accomplishment for undergraduate students and for anyone, really. It's like 100 pages of work. And when you're, so we're going to bring them up after the reading. We'll have the first part of the screenplay, take a brief break, have the second part, and then they'll come up and do a Q&A with their script doctor, who's a 117 alumni. So this is a year-long series, and people who've been through the series come back and do script doctoring is what works with the screenplay, what needs more work. So there will be a Q&A following the reading where you can ask all those questions like, why did you do that? Who is that character to you? Where did you get your great ideas, etc. So hold those questions and you'll get a chance to ask them. When people sell a script, this is the first thing that writers want is to hear actors. Thank you so much for being here. You want to hear real people say the words that we've heard in our head. So that while we're sitting there, it's like, oh wow, this sounds like my movie, you know, this sounds like what I thought, or boy, this doesn't sound at all like what I thought. So that's the main reason we do this, is for you to, for the writers to be able to hear the response. So this is a great turnout for sticky business. So the best thing to do when you're here doing a stage reading, if you've never heard a screenplay read before, is when our narrator, our lovely narrator, says fade in. Just close your eyes for a second and try to see the movie. And it's going to see the movie all the way through, hopefully. I'm going to bring up and we do have awards tonight, so there'll be an award ceremony following this. We have a guest speaker, a writer from Mad Men is going to be here, and then we have our awards. So I'm going to bring up the writers of Sticky Business to talk to you and briefly announce their cast. So please help me in welcoming the writers of Sticky Business. Salvador.
And we'd like to let you know that there is lots of adult language and there are adult themes in this, so if that offends you, take matters into your own hands. Fade in. Interior motel room, night. Edgar, a husky man in his 70s, is tied up. With hands and feet bound together, he is left hunched over on his knees. He is wearing a full-body black leather outfit with a ball gag in his mouth. Sandra, a 3-foot-tall dwarf, is attired in a leather corset and 4-inch stilettos. She stands behind Edgar, whipping him.
You like that, don't you, pussy boy? Oh, you're gonna get it. I know exactly what you need.
Edgar's eyes light up with yearning anticipation. Sandra stops whipping Edgar, only to wrap the whip around his neck. She begins to choke him. At first, Edgar moans with delight. But after a while, Sandra does not let up. Edgar tries to get loose, but the rope around his wrists and ankles are tied too tightly. Sandra continues to choke Edgar until his body becomes completely limp. When his entire body falls forward, Sandra looks slightly apprehensive. She pokes him with the heel of her stiletto.
Edgar?
Exterior, IHOP, night. Begin credits. A Canadian flag flies high outside an IHOP restaurant. A black Jaguar sedan pulls into the parking lot. We see Lefty, a cunning but classy man in his late 50s, fixing the black leather glove on his left hand. We follow him into the IHOP restaurant where families are eating pancakes, drizzling Bordeaux brand maple syrup. He walks past a friendly waitress pouring coffee at a table for four and heads into the kitchen. We enter a basement where boxes of Bordeaux maple syrup are stacked up from the walls to the ceiling. Lefty enters a back room where Pix, a clean-cut gentleman in his late 30s, counts money while chewing on a toothpick. 2 hoodlums are stacking mysterious packages into unmarked boxes. End credits. Exterior Bordeaux Industries building, day. A generic high-rise in downtown Winnipeg. A sign at the top of the building reads, Bordeaux Industries. Interior, office hallway, day. Gabe, a lanky and slightly effeminate man in his late 20s, hands Lizzie, a sharp, self-confident businesswoman in her early 30s, her coffee as they power walk down a long hallway towards her office.
You have to be on a conference call with the IHOP Quebec region by 10:30. Oh, and I booked your flight to New York for the North American Syrup Manufacturers Summit.
Oh, lovely. 2 days of trust-building exercises with the bloated American competition. I swear, if those assholes try to make me say eh one more time...
They may be assholes, but some of them are damn fine. Especially John. I can't believe he didn't go out with him. He is so into me. Shit, I'd fuck him apart.
You fuck anything with a pulse. And besides, you know I don't mix business with pleasure.
They chuckle and exchange playful glances. Gabe answers an incoming call, gripping his Bluetooth.
Hello? Whoa, slow down. What happened? Yes, I'll get her.
Gabe motions to Lizzie.
Lizzie, it's an emergency call. It's about your father.
Gabe hands Lizzie his phone.
Yes, this is Elizabeth Woodruff.
Lizzie listens for a beat and then drops the phone. She slumps down into a nearby chair, shocked. Interior apartment, night. A man is tied to a chair, looking gruesomely pummeled. Axel, late 20s, stocky with anger issues and a wicked Napoleon complex, is interrogating him. Frankie Tight Pants, a 20-something emo gangster, assists him. Axel is gripping his club when his phone starts ringing. Frankie picks up the phone.
Hey Axel, it's your sister. You want to speak to her?
Axel feigns a punch at the guy and snickers at him before grabbing the phone from Frankie.
Hey Liz, what's up? Oh.
Axel hangs up. He then proceeds to beat the shit out of the guy tied up. He hits the guy repeatedly with his club, and blood is splattered all over Axel's face in his fit of rage. Interior cathedral, day. Mobsters are elegantly suited. Pix ushers everyone to their appropriate seats. Javier, a tall